Hi, I'm Jeff Summerfeld with VoiceComm. I'm a senior account representative. I'm here today to talk about selling wireless accessories to retail consumers. In this segment, we're going to talk about sales techniques, specifically the sales process. Now, if you're a salesperson, I understand, or I should say if you've been a salesperson for a considerable amount of time, I understand that somewhere along the way you've likely had training into the sales process. There's the greeting, the probing, the presentation, and the close. Many of us are familiar with this, and in our industry, I think there are some angles that we can take to further refine this process and make it work for us. Let's start with the greeting. Number one, when a consumer walks into your store, they shouldn't see you sitting down behind the counter unless you're already helping another customer. You should see them coming and approaching your door, and you should be on your feet before they get to your front door. Always walk to the customer. You may not want to rush, you may not want to overpower them, but you definitely want to show them from the first moment that they walk in the store that you're interested in them being there. I get really passionate about this, and personally, I work too hard for my money to spend it with somebody that doesn't want it. So if I walk into a store and a sales representative is just sitting behind a counter, banging on a computer or looking at a smartphone, I turn around and walk out. That person's not getting my business, and I guarantee you I'm not the only person who feels this way. Next would be the probing, and this is where I think we can get really industry specific, because the products that we sell are very much lifestyle products. Consumers walk into our door and ask us for specific products every day because they've seen advertising or they've done research and seen reviews on products and they think they know what they want. Sometimes they do actually know what they want. I would venture to guess the majority of the time they don't realize that there are other options out there, and that the buying decision they're about to make really impacts their lifestyle and their experience with this $800-900 device that they're walking out of the store with, or not walking out of the store with, as we've already mentioned. They may already own the device. Maybe they're not getting the best that they can out of this device that they've invested so much money in. The point here is to ask questions about the consumer's lifestyle. Have them walk you through a day in their life. Have them tell you what they do with their device. And as they're telling you this information, you should be identifying accessories that will fit these events in their life and enhance this device. This all leads up to a presentation where my philosophy is show more, sell more. If you have the right lifestyle conversation with the consumer, as a sales rep, you should be able to pick out enough instances where you have products to enhance that device for that consumer to the point where you're showing them 7, 8, maybe 9 accessories. And this sounds outlandish. It sounds too forceful at first. And if you consider the potential of you as a consultant rather than a sales representative, take a consultant's approach to this process and show these 8, 9, 10, 11 accessories to a consumer in a consultative way and make it known how these individual items will enhance that device for them. We can show them a much larger array of accessories. We can tie those accessories to their daily lifestyle as they described it to us. We don't have to sell each accessory individually on virtue of the product itself. And invariably, we're going to get customers who choose 3, 4, 5, even 6 accessories a large amount of the time. Now, if this process only works 30% of the time, we're still going to see the needle move. Because right now, many of my customers have an attachment rate numerically of less than 3 accessories per opportunity. With this system, I firmly believe, and I've seen it in action, you can attach 3 accessories as the norm. And you'll even attach 4, 5, maybe even 6 more times than you think possible. The process requires that you take the position of the consultant and that you probe into the consumer's daily lifestyle. Moreover, that you show them what you have, because they don't know what you've got in your pegs. And after spending an hour upgrading a device, they're not going to take the time to walk around your store and figure it out. So it's up to you, the sales representative, or I should say the sales consultant, to show your consumer the products that you have available for them. And that all that leaves us is the close. And by this point, the close should be pretty easy. Ask for the sale. Ask the consumer what they don't want rather than what they do want. If there is a narrowing down process, narrow down the suite of accessories that they choose and ask them for the sale. You are there to sell. They know this. You've added something to the experience by taking a consultative standpoint and built a relationship and built rapport with them. By doing this, you've softened them, you've broken down any walls or any inhibitions they've had buying from you, and you're in a position to close a sale for more accessories than you probably thought possible. Using these techniques is tried and true. It's proven. I teach classes on it myself, and I get calls all the time from sales reps who tell me that they've changed their position to consultant and are consistently attaching 3 or more accessories. So take that to heart.